Hello, everybody. This is Frogman, and welcome back to Manufactio. This is going to be episode number 37. I'm going to get it right again this time. We've made a few base changes around, so let's go kind of walk through a little bit of it. Since the advent of a few things in applied energistics as well in between episodes, I've done a little bit of auto crafting setup, so I've got a few molecular assemblers with a few interfaces going on. I went ahead and crafted a couple of drives and filled them full of 4K drives and took down the storage shelves just because I got really tired of the storage shelves. It's just kind of one of those, you don't really need to worry about them after a while. I went ahead and built a nice, fairly sizable ME controller. I mean, a little bitty guy sitting down here. And we have buried the cables under the floor so I don't have to look at them, at least in this room. So it's nice and cleaned up now. Down here, we have added the crafting processor, whatever you want to call them thingies, crafting storages, crafting processors. There's two 4Ks in both, plus a crafting co-processing unit, so that those interfaces can make use of more than one of those molecular assemblers. So I think in this room, I have these storages going on over here. I think we're going to be moving these just so that I can get a little bit more of them done, because we're still going to be doing some other stuff. I am going to continue to expand with the ME control system as far as storages. So these guys right there, those silos are going to go away. Probably the silos down here for ore storage are going to go away. Various things like that is going to happen. We have made a few changes in this area once again. I have removed all of the stuff that was on this side because the majority of everything that was on this side is craftable via AE now. So I took all of those out. I am probably going to find something to go back in here. Either the storages that we're talking about are going to go right here, or some more machines that we may need later on as far as auto crafting stuff. I went ahead and set this one up right here, this assembler, with a system so that the applied energistic system can grab it and be able to craft a few things. So basically what happens is it just takes the equipment or the parts, puts it in that chest, and then that assembler crafts it and then it puts it back in that interface. Simple, normal, everyday applied energistics things. I have went ahead and automated the precision assembler with these recipes so that it knows how to make those. I have automated the crystallizer with, of course, these two recipes. We've went ahead and re-automated the charger, so this is now working off of a limiting system, so it's keeping a certain amount of the charged Certus quartz crystals in stock. I automated the crusher with the recipes shown right here for various reasons, so that this thing can just be automated however. This is our electric furnace that is doing the various, these two current alloys of what I need for, things and stuff. And I went ahead and hooked up a rolling machine for the various plates that I'm using in auto crafting of certain things, because the plate presses were slow. This thing is super fast. There's no point in keeping a certain amount of stock of those things on hand. So I went ahead and hooked the lubricant up. I need to go ahead and get the scaffolding covers in it, but that's no big deal. Eventually, these machines right here are going to probably live on this side right here so that we can use them to do various other things, because we're going to need to start automating redstone in the metallurgic infusers. Ooh, I need you guys. Come here, please. You're actually that and get back to work. I need a bunch more of these. I have been really busy with the base upgrades as far as the Quantum Entangleporter goes. They're everywhere. There's one right there that takes care of the majority of this building. There's one right there that takes care of that half of it. There is one right there that is controlling these guys. And we have a kind of a mess going on over here with the generators. I went and put a Quantum Entangleporter per every 8 of these, or I should say every 16. So because I'm limited by these signal and flux ducts, they're only good for 16,000, so that makes sure that I'm getting the max amount out of those things into that Quantum Entangleporter so that we can do a few things. There's a couple of major changes that have happened over here. Basically, the biggest change has been that I have moved the water supplies for the generators back over to the generators instead of being over there where I had a little pump station off the edge of that little area. And that is because I have been just, again, continuously lag hunting. The reason why I went after those Quantum Entangleporters is so that I can get rid of all of the HV connectors over here, because they were incredibly laggy. I guess once immersive engineering gets to a point where you have so many connectors, it has a hard time figuring out where to put things. Let's walk over here. It's a little bit quieter. So I got rid of all of those, and that got me a considerable amount of TPS back. And then I started noticing that all of those pumps over there were causing just as much of a problem. And I'm figuring it's because of the fact that they have to feed the massive line of pipe that I have running through the base. So I got rid of the majority of them and put the biggest users back on their own pump systems, and they're now not causing me as much problems. I still have a few over here that I have been kind of playing around with. The eventuality is I was trying to see whether or not it was maybe just the function of the pump trying to clear out that massive amount of water that was causing the lag, but these guys are pretty bad. These guys are really bad. And it's probably, like I said, just due to the fact that we have so much water pipe all over the place. So I tried to be pretty with the piping. It's at a point now where this is causing me too much trouble. But I've got the TPS back up into a reasonable amount of area. We were hanging out about 10, and now I'm back up around 17, 18, 20, so whatever. It's a lot better than it was. It's getting to the point where I want it to be again, so I can actually craft stuff in a reasonably speedy fashion now. And it's nice. I love it. So yeah, all of the HV wires are gone. Like I said, we've got a Quantum Entangleporters over there doing things for us. There's one, I think, right in this building. Yes, I went nuts with them. It took me quite a while to get them to work, but yeah, there's one right there doing power. Yeah, definitely something that I really, really, really needed to do, because now I can push as much power as I want to everywhere I want to go. So let's turn that down for just a second so we can hear ourselves think. This thing, this induction matrix, I did get it built to the 4x4x4 that I wanted. It now holds right around, where is the thing? It is, yeah, 1.6 giga RF, which is hilarious. And it is capable of doing an output of 102,000 RF a tick. So this is more than enough to be able to deal with the problem. There is an issue with this, though, and this is something that I have noticed. And we're going to go back here and we're going to go take a look at this very quickly. In the, let me see, nanotechnology, in this area right here, there was nothing that was blocking us from being able to unlock this thing except that and the various processes before. The thing that's stopping us from being able to do this is the fusion reactor. And the fusion reactor, of course, as we saw over here, can look at, is 2000 of the red, green, blue, and yellow science. And the reason why this is locking us behind that system is because of the configurator from Mechanism, or the tool that you use to set inputs and outputs on pipes and machines and things. I ran into a problem with this one. Let me see. This is the power gen in. So this is the in one right here, and I don't want to remove that. Will you quit biting me? In order to set an output on the induction matrix, you have to have the configurator to tell an output that I need, one of the input systems that I need to be inputting or outputting. So you have to actually set it without it. So theoretically, this is absolutely 100% gated behind a configurator. So I kind of just went and got into creative and cheated a configurator and set one of the ports to output, which is the one that one is sitting on. That may need to get fixed as part of the system, as part of the quests, as part of all of that stuff, or we may need to have the configurator available at this point, because this is completely useless without the configurator. So I spent a good long time trying to figure out why this wasn't working until I got on the wiki and found it, and then I'm like, well, I built it, I'm going to make it works for right now. So it is usable, it's functional, it's just one of those heads up kind of things that technically I shouldn't be able to use that thing right now. So that's a thing. Anyhow, part of the fun in between episodes is I started making some coal coke because I was running out of pollution. So I came over here and we've been running a little bit of the stuff, and it's probably broken again. Oh, we only have one broke. That's okay. All right. Did you click? You clicked. Thank you. Okay, so let's turn our noise back on so we can hear what the heck is going on. I need to work on the Mechanism sulfuric acid process. So I have turned these guys off and let them drain as much of the sulfuric acid out of themselves as I could get out of them. And we're going to have to start working on this process because I want to try to save on sulfur as far as a product as much as I can, because we're still having a massive problem with trying to keep a decent amount of sulfur in hand. So this stuff right there. Yeah, I'm using this thing over here and it's doing a wonderful job. That's why I turned my coke ovens back on to make a whole bunch of coke, because it's making sulfuric acid. Now, part of the fun part about the water issue is that I have had to actually add a tank over here for the water that comes out of these, and I am measuring the contents of that tank with this liquid monitor, and it is turning on those pumps over there as we lose enough water out of this tank. So this is the main tank for the entire base. Kinda. Once that gets done, once it empties out, it turns those pumps back on, and those pumps can go back to work. The only thing that's really using the water anymore are the two what do you call them, the biogenerators over there, this building, and the main building over there. They just, we're using small amounts of water now. We're not trying to cram massive amounts of water into generators, because those pumps are taking care of that problem. So today, after that long-winded discussion and blah, we're going to work on the mechanism sulfuric acid process. So I already went ahead and made all of the machines that we need, hopefully, to make this system work. So we need to take these guys out of here. I'm not going to take all of them out. I'm only going to take these two out for now. And the wrench. And I don't need you, I don't think. And you can go away. Oh, I left the post on this other one, didn't I? There it is. Go away, and we'll just leave you hanging up there, kinda, because I want to leave the other one on the end just as a just in case. This process is very efficient on using the sulfur, but it is not very fast. And don't hit that pipe. And clean that up, and you can get a wrench, and you can get picked up. Now, I don't know, like I said, the problem where the actual problem with the lag was coming from, whether it was the pumps themselves or just the massive amount of disconnections that I had all over the place as far as the water is concerned. It seemed to get reasonably worse when I set this up. So it might have been because we're having an input on one side that was not completely all the time, and then there's those pumps. I don't know. It's just immersive engineering in general seems to be that once you get to a point where there's a certain amount of the transmission, you just have a lot of lag and a lot of problem, and I got really, really, really tired of it. So, alrighty then. So that stuff, we can try to put some of this away so we don't need any more of it, please. And I think I can put you back in the system. Maybe. Yes, good, cool. All right. Now, put that away, and that away. Once again, one more mechanism process. I think after this one, we're going to go do something else for a while, because I'm getting really tired of playing with mechanism. I went ahead and made some extra pressurized tubes and some gas tanks and some things like this so that we can do stuff if we need to. I don't know if I'm going to need to, so I brought some. And then we're going to bring those, and we're going to see how much fun this is going to be. So we're going to work this backwards. The issue, I think, is going to be the same thing that we found out with the 5x ore processing, is that I am not 100% certain that this sulfuric acid that we're going to get out of this process is going to go with the sulfuric acid that is in that tank. So I went ahead and made an extra rotary condensator just in case. So this guy is going to be if this doesn't work, he is going to then rotary concentrate it into the actual sulfuric acid that we need for the process. So we're going to start with that guy. So we're going to do sulfuric acid into sulfuric acid in a condensating mode. So he's going that direction. Then we need to do the next step, which is a chemical infuser that is going to be fed sulfur trioxide and water vapor. So we may need to be working on this a little differently. Chemical infusers, we're going to look at this guy. That should be the power. I think the output is on this side right there. So we're going to turn him like so that it goes like that. Now, that means that we're going to have to fill that with sulfur trioxide, which is made, sulfur trioxide is made in a, well, we're going to use sulfur trioxide to make the next step. So this is going to be a chemical infuser, sulfur trioxide, water vapor. Water vapor is made with, again, a rotary condensator. This thing, somehow, again, we're going to have to play with these to try to figure out which way the inputs and the outputs go, but I'm going to guess it's going to go like that, and it's going to need some water. So we'll just do... Did I not have any pipe? Hey, pipe. Give me some pipe. Thank you. There we go. Pipe. Down and up. So I'm going to have to rotate that thing. Why did it not line up at all? Where are you, rotary condensator? That's electrolytic separator, rotary condensator. Go that way. What are you doing? I love these things. I want you to be in condensating mode, or yeah, that thing. Oh, let me see. Where is my redstone box? Redstone box. Put that down, get a fluid duct, and let's see which side you're going to want to connect to. Because I think they don't like these. Okay, so that should be... Maybe I have to apply this power. Let's do this way. Quit doing that. That one. No. Go the other way. Probably going to have to give it some power, aren't we? Go. Wow, that worked. Connect. Alrighty then, let's see if we can get him to rotate the direction we want him to rotate. Hey, turn around. I hate these things. So if I put you down that direction, crap. I'll be right back. I'm not going to sit here and make you guys watch this. Okay, so we got that part done, and if I would have read correctly, it needs to be in the condensating mode. That's why it wasn't putting anything in it. So once I got it set to the right side, it started putting water in it. So I'm wondering now if this will actually connect to it. It does. Okay. I hate the sidedness of mechanisms. So the next step here on this side. So sulfuric acid. Click, click, sulfur trioxide with water vapor. And sulfur trioxide is made with oxygen and sulfur dioxide in another chemical infuser. So what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to do this. We're going to put this guy right there for now, because we're going to have to move the fluid out of that into there, or the whatever this is. It's either a gas or a fluid or whatever. And I'm trying to keep this kind of somewhat reasonably organized. Maybe we'll even do that. And this, the output of here, is going to go in that thing. And I'm guessing, like I figured, that's a gas. Okay. Gas pipe. Go, go, go. So you'll go in there. And then we're going to need to put, what was this? Sulfur trioxide is oxygen and sulfur dioxide. So I would like then to use one of these electrolytic separators to go over here. And let me think. I need to put the water in that thing on this side, I think. Whoa, holy moly. Give me those cobblestones back. I don't need those. 1, 2. Close enough. All right, we're going to do the same old trick. We're going to put a fluid pipe down. You're going to connect to that, or you're going to fill that up with water. Now, this is going to be the problem because it's going to try to output whatever I want to on the, or whatever it's going to on the wrong side. So I want to make sure I pick this guy up before we have him turn on so that we have the right side found. So let's feed this one some power. Connect. And there you go. So we need the oxygen for this process. Oxygen. And the oxygen is going to be on that side. So that means I have to rotate this thing that direction. Right. Okay. I don't think we're going to need the hydrogen for anything. Possibly. I'm going to idle. You guys are making those. Okay. I want you to dump all of your hydrogen because you don't need to have hydrogen. And I need to put this right like that. That should be filling up with oxygen. Excellent. Okay. Just try not to have to use the silly little droppers and the things to clean things up. So, okay, next step. Sulfur trioxide, sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is made in a chemical oxidizer, and this is where we input the sulfur from. So, the sulfur is a chemical oxidizer. This guy has an output on so I should just be able to put him down like that. No. That. Oh, I love this. Rotate correctly, please. I'm assuming that's going to be the right way. Who knows? We'll get us a piece of sulfur. Sulfur should be in here. I'll take that, please. Put the sulfur in here. Grab a little bit more power. And do this. So which way are you going to put that? It put it in it. It did. Very nice. Where is the power for you? You're going to make your stuff. You're going to need more power than that. Oh, wow. Well, that's why that dude's right over there. But you're making things. Excellent. Put that down. Then I need to do the same here, even though this is probably not going to be able to run it. And we have the sulfuric acid process. Where are my fluid ducts? This is going to output here properly, I hope. Or am I going to have to pump it out? Servo. Go. There you go. And fluid duct. Let's see if this works. Uh-oh. There. So then all I have to do is put sulfur in that thing right there. So let me grab a filtree and a sulfur. Filter can go right here and right there with a whitelist on that. Where are we? Right there. Cool. That should pull out of that one over there. It did. Good deal. Very cool. All right. Now, that is, that is the ugly that is this thing. But the thing is if you try to compact these as much as possible, I can get 2 of them in here. Yeah, I think we can actually get 2 of them in here. Now, I'm going to hope, like I said, that is the same stuff. If it is the same stuff, then this tank right here should fill with that stuff. Now, don't do that. It is the same stuff. So I was concerned. I may take this out of the loop just to see what happens, but for right now, I'm not really worried about it. Oop, that's the wrong thing. Grab you and put the fluid duct back and put that fluid duct back. And I need a fluid duct here so that I can empty this tank of the extra stuff that we had. But no, click, go. Can I do that right there? Okay, whatever. Alrighty, so that is the sulfuric acid process. And again, like I say, we're going to have to do a little bit better on power. So let's do a little bit better on power. I should have a bunch of this stuff. I do. I'm going to have to change a little bit of this, but I'm going to replace that right there. Come on. With some of this stuff. Get this in. Nope. We'll just fix this for a second. It's a lot of stuff. Come on. Break it. There we go. And then down. And then we'll just do this. Click, click, click. And down to there. That should make you guys happy. And we'll just run a line like that. And that should fill that one up full of power. That should now be full of power and running as fast as it can go. Okay, hey, let me look at it. I know we're backing up the world. That's fine. Awesome. Okay, now like I said, this is a much slower process than this thing is. So we're going to want to leave this thing here for now until we can get either a second one hooked up or the speed upgrades for those things. And I need to hook that back up over there. Let's just do an MV wire connector on the side of this thing right there, because I need that thing working. And I will have to come back in and fix some of this. There you go. Okay, so you got power again. Good deal. Alrighty. How are we doing? Are we broken again? Yes, we are. I would love to have a scanner block. Would love it. But there we go. Okay, so we got the sulfuric acid processing going here, and what I would like to do now to finish out the rest of the episode is there is about 3 or 4 things I would also like to research. So let's put this stuff away. And 3 or 4, 2 or 3, something like that along those lines. Man, hello, give me my stuff back. Thank you. This goes in here. Pump's turned on. That's why it's all of a sudden nasty, because we have to fill this up. So I'm going to probably have to provide a decent amount of water over here. So, okay, let's go to the researching area. I would like to unlock a couple of more things so that we can do some more stuff. And close these out for that. So, I would like not to do that. I would like to unlock the plastic process as well. So we may look at that very quickly. I want to unlock that, and I want to unlock this. So that's for sure a very simple, easy thing. So 75 each of those. So red, green, blue, purple, and yellow. So that is just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Detect. Claim. Thank you. What's the next one? Let's just go ahead and do these. So 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. So detect, claim, back. What's the last one? 150. Sure. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Thank you. Detect. Awesome. Now, that will get us the updates or the upgrades for all of the mechanism machines to turn them into elite factories, all the way down to an elite factory. We're going to be using these for sure in a few places. I just need to get a few of these things researched. So that's 150 of all of the normal colors. So we'll do that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Detect. Need a little bit more. Actually, I probably have that over here, don't I? You and go. Detect. Thank you. Now, this is the problem. He's giving us the speed upgrades, but these are the only upgrades for the mechanism machines we can get. So if you put 8 speed upgrades in here into an elite factory down here, depending on the machine, that can be like 30,000 RF a tick. So just be aware of that I'm not going to be using them for various things like, all the smelting and all the stuff until fairly later on, because we need a lot more power to make that work. So let's put some of this away here real quick and check out those recipes. So machine upgrades at mechanism. These guys right here. So basic tier installers, that's pretty easy to do. That's pretty easy to do, and that's pretty easy to do. So that's cool. We can definitely start making some of those. The speed upgrades. Speed upgrades are made in an advanced assembler, an advanced fluid assembler of all things, with the diamond compressed diamonds and osmo titanium alumide steel, which is going to be pretty easy to do on that part again at this point. So very cool. What else can we research very quickly? I really should look at this. I unlocked it. What is that one? Let's go ahead and do him just for fun, because I have plans for that. We're going to do 100 of all of those. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Detect. Claim. And that will get us the energetic generator, which is something that I'm going to be playing with for sure, because I think I can get one made where it'll make at least the same amount of power as all of those diesel gens combined, plus a little more. And I guess finally, let's go ahead and do this. So I would not mind these at all. So red, green, blue, and yellow, and that's going to be a lot. So there. There, and there. And then we need to just scroll to wherever those are. Come on, give me my button. So just a little bit of blue. There he is. Detect. Still need some more blue. Detect. Claim. Done. So put that away. No, put it away. Oh, nuts. Did I just pull something out of that I didn't want to pull out of that? Yes, I did. Put that back. Thank you. And that should be all of that, right? Nice enough for now. We can put it away. Teleporters, excellent, wonderful. That's nice, because that's going to allow me to make my end builds a little bit easier. So teleportation core, which we've already been making these anyway, but that will unlock the matter transmitters, matter receivers, and the dialing device from RF tools. So that means now I can teleport in between various areas, and this is not too terribly hard to make, looks like. So let me see. Matter, transmitter, receiver, both of these are going to require nuclear power cells, which is going to mean I'm going to have to make enriched uranium with the possibility of blowing up another reaction chamber. But that's cool. At least that's interesting. Why would I run yellow cake if I can run this stuff through it? I mean, I guess, why would I run the uranium-238 if I can run yellow cake through it and get the same reaction? So these are also kind of fun, because these can make small nuclear warheads, which can be combined with rockets. to make a tactical nuke. So we might play with those eventually too. So, alrighty, guys, I think that's going to be enough from me. I've dribble jabbered around enough, and we've had a little bit of a discussion about this other thing going on. At least the power system. So I'm glad to at least get that running, because the reasoning for it, and again, if you don't know why you would want to do this, is that this process right here, if I take the sulfur and I run it through a mixer, it takes 5 sulfur and some iron to make 50 millibuckets of sulfuric acid. Chemical oxidizing this stuff, you get 100 millibuckets, which if you look at this is a 1 to 1 to 1. You know, it's a 2 millibuckets into here into this, which gets me 2 millibuckets here. So this keeps going. If you look at it, it's a 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. Basically, the way that this works is one of these is going to make 100 millibuckets of sulfuric acid instead of one making 10 millibuckets. So that's why you do it. That's the whole reason why you look at that. Plus, then you stop wasting the iron in it. So I'm going to keep cooking coal coke because I need a bunch more sulfur, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.